All right, so step number one of this Project3 macro. We're going to do a little bit of recording here. I'm going to record myself adding headers to this recording worksheet that I have open in front of me. Okay? So this is step number one. I'm going to go up to my View tab, top of my screen. I'll go into Macros, and I'm going to record a new macro. And this is going to be a really simple macro. We actually did this exercise in an earlier lecture here, but this is going to set up for a much larger experience for us this time around. So I'm going to call this one AddHeaders. And I'm not going to use a shortcut key. That's fine. I'll leave that open. I'm going to keep it inside of this workbook, and I'll give it a description. Places titles on the worksheet or headers on the worksheet. And I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. And I am now recording. So we talked about this earlier. Anything that I do at this point, Excel's busy writing down all the Visual Basic for us. This is the beauty of the Excel macro recorder tool. We don't have to touch any Visual Basic. So for more routine, fundamental tasks and perhaps a larger series of tasks, it's perhaps more efficient and less time consuming for us to quickly just record our steps. So I'm recording right now. I want to add headers to this document. So I'm going to quickly insert a row. I'll just grab that row number one. I'm going to use a shortcut key here, Control plus. I could right click and insert as well, but however you do it, insert a row. I'm now going to add the headers. So I've got, let's see, the first one there is division. And then I've got category. And then I've got the 3 months worth of expenses here. And I'm going to stick with the first quarter. So here's January and February and March. And then I've got the total expense column. Oops, spell that right. All right, I'll hit my enter key, and I've now recorded myself adding those headers. Now remember this step, perhaps one of the most important steps as you're recording. I need to make sure I stop recording. So I'll go back up to my View tab, back to Macros, far right, and I'm going to stop recording. So now I've recorded a macro that does something really simple, just adding headers to this document. Insert a row, drop in some text. I've now got my column headers inside of this list. So that's step number one. We're going to jump into the next lecture here, and we're going to take a look at step number two. We're going to do some formatting.